was easy.
Okay, with conditions as they are, Cassetta full wets.
Oh! Oh dear. Oh no. So, looks like our teammate is out of qualifying because of a crash. I don't know how it happened because I cut to Ricardo a bit too late. That was a surprise. Hello anyway. um, it's going good. How are you doing?
Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the
We're
current
just waiting
conditions.
for the intermediate weather because near the end of quali, well Q1 should be intermediate conditions. So yeah, look, they're quicker. Hi JDM. Oh, okay. Have you got exams? Is that why you need to study? And also JDM, you just missed Ricardo in the wall in qualifying. I cut to his camera and he was in the wall and his front wheel was off. So Ricardo's out of qualifying, not even setting a lap. Yeah, in a week. Ooh. Well, good luck and best of luck. Both mean the same thing, but you know, with your exams. I think it was at this corner where Ricardo crashed. Schumacher's actually going to go first here, I think. Because it's gone from wet to intermediate. Yep, Schumacher's first. You love to see it, don't you, JDM? But Tsunoda's going to come and ruin that, probably. Welcome to the stream. We've gone from 0 people to 8 in the past 15 minutes. It's took a while for people to join, but welcome anyway. It's good that you're here and you finally joined. And yes, Tsunoda goes quickest by over a second.
I'd take a set of intermediates
And
in these unpredictable conditions.
did I put... Oh, I need to put my setup on. Whew, that could have been nasty. Oh no, I didn't even replace any of my engine. Right.
All complete. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
I'll check chat before I go out on track. Oh, you saw it, JDM. Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah, hopefully we can get the best lap in, so then both Red Bulls aren't knocked out in Q1 at the Red Bull Ring. Of course, that's the last thing that we want for our team. But if you were in the last stream, of course we won at Baku, our first win of the season. So I'd say we've got pretty good momentum. Ricardo should have as well, as he got second place for the team. But of course crashing out in the wet. It's not a good start to this weekend, so... or this stream, shall I say. But the in-game weekend. But yeah, it should be a dry Q3. I'm not sure if it'll go to dry in Q2. But we'll have a look before we go out on track anyway in Q2. For now, let's focus on Q1.
Okay, there's 2 minutes left in this session and we're in the drop zone. We need a quick lap or that's qualifying over for us.
We've got a bit of traffic ahead, so that might spoil our lap a little bit. Oh, we're nearly losing the back end twice there on the exit of that corner. It's been a scruffy sector too, so we don't get purple. So we'll probably go again if Perez doesn't hinder us too much. We go quickest anyway, but yeah, the track's just going to keep getting better for these drivers, so we're going to go again and see if we can improve on that middle sector. Better coming out of that corner. We've gained a 10th, so I mean it's not bad. Still an improvement. 2 tenths up now. Purple sector 2 as of far. But yeah, we should be through into Q2 now. Hopefully, anyway. And yeah, we are. The Ferraris are looking quite strong. Of course, Russell in the McLaren as well. But yeah, the knockouts is Schumacher only by less than 300, I'd say. So he's quite close to getting out there. That's his highest qualifying position of the season. Usually he's down there in P19. That's probably Mazepin's highest quali position as well, just because Ricciardo's crashed out. So well done, Mazepin. P19. You're a second off Jack Aitken. But we're going to go into Q2 and stop slandering Mazepin. And I'll check chat. Welcome to the stream, guys. Nothing's happened in chat. Great. Oh, it's actually dry straight away. It's still raining a little bit, it says. Yeah, it's still a bit wet on track. So we're not going to go out just yet. I think we can maybe get through on the mediums. So we'll give them a try. Go for a strategy race. And until that track gets drier, we'll just watch the other cars. Stroll's on the mediums. He's pretty confident in that AlphaTauri. So he's the first one who's going to set a lap, so we'll watch him. Of course, these cars getting quicker and quicker as the season progresses, so AlphaTauri might not actually be that bad. But yeah, everyone going out on track now. There's 10 drivers out on track, so we're just going to wait until that dies down a little bit. But Stroll then, for the first lap in the dry, it's a 101.7, quite a quick lap. Then I think Hamilton's gone P2, just behind him. Next going to be Esteban Ocon in the Williams, as the blue sky now starts to come out and the sun. So here comes Ocon on the softs. He still goes third. Wait. Gasly now goes first. Sorry about that. But Guan Yu Zhou now. Let's see if he can go ahead of his teammate Hamilton. And he goes second, so it's quite a good lap from Guan Yu Zhou. Only a 10th off Gasly. But Verstappen, of course, is going to be next in that rapid Mercedes. Look at the speed he's taking into that corner. I'm guessing that chat is probably about the interruption just. And now we're into the 1 minute, apparently. And Norris goes 5th, ahead of Hamilton. Just about. Bottas now. He's been looking slower than his teammates so far, but of course that's only in the wet. He goes quickest, so he's just completely proved me wrong. It says have that. Tsunoda goes third. Leclerc now in the Ferrari. Let's see how strong they really are. Goes third. So still quite strong, even without the wet weather. We're going to wait to see who's next out of Perez or Russell. And it's Perez in his Alpine. Around the final corner then. Of course he went 5th in the full wet, so let's see where he goes. He goes 5th again in the dry. So Alpine may be bringing upgrades into this race weekend. I haven't checked them, so I don't fully know, but they're looking quite strong and promising. Here goes Russell then. He goes third, ahead of his teammate. Now Alonso to prove Alpine's pace. Let's see if he can match his teammate, either 5th or 6th. And he goes 8th, so it's still in the top 10. So it's really not bad from Alpine. Now Ferrari of Sainz. Around the final corner, taking some speed. And he goes towards the line and goes 4th. So, yeah. So Mercedes 1-2, of course. Then a Russell 3. Tsunoda being three places off his teammate as usual. But look at that first sector time. I think that Verstappen's been held up in that first sector, since he's got a 15.5 and his teammate's doing a 15.2. So maybe we could have gone further into the 1 minute. But we are going to go out on track at the end, I'd say. It's kind of risky on the mediums, but we love a good risk. If it doesn't pay off, then we get free tyre choice. If it does pay off, then we get to start on the mediums. So we'll go out on track on these mediums.
Everyone ready?
See what that does for us. It's probably a suicidal strategy, but hi Emmanuel, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're all having a good day. Oh yeah, going out on track to go for our first dry lap of qualifying. Ocon on the softs being the slowest of the people who have set times. So really not proving the pace of Norris, who's on the mediums and still above him. So that Williams looking good in the hands of Norris, as I've said. But they're still yet to score points. They have been so close in all of the races this season to getting points, but mechanical failures and bad strategies have just kicked them out of the points and not being able to score any. So they're still at the bottom, well, not at the bottom of the constructors, but they're not far off. But yeah, going around the final corner now to start our lap.
2 minutes remaining in the session. We need a good lap here or we're out of qualifying.
We might hit some traffic once again. This is a McLaren ahead of us. Let's hope he moves out the way. It's Russell. So obviously not feeling safe on those mediums. We go a bit wide at the top of turn 2, but I don't know what Russell's really doing here. We're costing ourselves a bit of lap time by making that mistake. And of course Russell being in front of us. So it's not going to be a good first lap on these medium tyres, so we're going to go again. And hopefully we'll be able to improve, because I don't think that we'll get ourselves into the top 10 after this lap. If we do, then I'll be very surprised. But Russell's right behind us. We go P11, so we're just outside. That's where I was expecting to really go with how our lap time went. We're not going to move out the way for Russell, but he's got the straight line speed, so he might overtake us. And we could actually be knocked out in Q2. If he does try to overtake us. We gain a bit of time of that, where we made the mistake, but I don't think it's going to be enough. So we need to find time around the rest of the lap, which we're not going to do if we keep making mistakes. And camera glitching. But we're a 10th and a half up. I don't think that we're going to get through into Q3 really. Signs goes quickest.
In the drop zone. We need you to move up into the top 10.
There's a bit of track limits. We're 2 tenths up now, and I think we are P14. So we're out in Q2. Maybe the mediums was a mistake, just maybe. But at least we get to go to the race quicker. So. But yeah. Very close to one another, I must say, between everyone. There's top 10 within 4 tenths of one another, and actually all 15 drivers within a second of one another, so not bad. But of course not ideal to be knocked out in Q2. Check the chat. Hi Dark Lissor, hi Salah. Hello Harvey Dowler Karting, and yes, I do remember you for that. I have took your advice so many times now. Maybe not on that outlap, I might have forgot, but I was more concentrated on talking, I'm not going to lie. But we are out in Q2. So not good for Red Bull. Ricciardo crashing out in Q1 in the wet and not setting a lap. So he's starting from the back. And of course, we're starting from P14, but we might take an engine penalty just to be safe, because I don't want a repeat of last season where we had an engine failure.
Bad luck in qualifying. That's not exactly ideal, but there's no points for Saturday.
So yeah, power units on 56%, so we are going to take the penalty. We'll also take the turbocharger. Well, I mean, we're starting from the back anyway, so we, you know, may as well change everything that we just got over 40% wear. We'll go to the grid and see what Q3 went on.
Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts in pole
surprise.
position. And it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row.
Mercedes front row
Considering the rest
lockout.
of the grid, we have
Yay.
Russell, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and Gasly.
Oh, where's Sonoda? There he is, P7.
Stroll, Fernando Alonso, and Lewis Hamilton. Perez, Norris, and Guan Yu Zhou, and Ocon. Mick Schumacher.
So yeah, I think that we're both going to be at the back of the grid, both of us Red Bulls, yep. So it's a Mercedes front row lockout, it's a Red Bull back row lockout, and we're trying to challenge them for the Constructors. So we've got a hard task for us today.
Points finished last race. Let's aim to keep the momentum
We
going.
are going to underfuel, since the fuel does build up by quite a lot, and we might get a safety car. Given the action from last season anyway, which I talked about at the end of last stream, if you were there for that. But we're going to get straight into it. It's enough of the funny business. Oh, Aitken's actually behind us. Oh wait, no. Aitken is a lap down apparently. We get a very bad start. We're just staying at the back here, trying to stay out of trouble, and there is trouble. There's a Ferrari that's spun round, both Ferraris, and we're up into P4.
Okay, watch your pace.
How amazing is that? Wow. So let's see what happened. Of course, we love to see all of the drama. So they're actually quite far away from one another. Leclerc was actually going up into P2. He caught the back end of Bottas, spun around in front of his teammate, and that's caused mayhem. And there's us sailing around the outside and up into P4 from P20. So there's a safety car already, but yeah, it's good that we underfueled our car by that much. Russell has also spoiled the Mercedes one too at the moment.
Slow your pace immediately.
Oh yeah, already a crazy start. No DNFs though, which I'm surprised at, as usually the AI go sailing into one another when there's a crash like that, and rip off their front wings and tyres and whatnot. But there's actually a Haas in the top 10, I think. I think that's Schumacher. I hope it's Schumacher. It better not be Mazepin, because I don't know how I'm going to react. Oh yeah, just about in the top 10 is that Haas. But Bottas is in the pits. He's got damage. So that's ruined his medium strategy completely. And we're going to be up into P3 by the end of the first lap, from last on the grid. So when we catch up to the safety car, we'll see who else pits from damage. I don't think it's many more. It'll probably be Leclerc, and that's about it. But now we've caught up to the safety car, so we'll just check everything, and then we'll check chat before we get going again. Ricciardo's up into P14. Yeah. So Bottas and Leclerc both in the pits, as I've predicted. Schumacher is the Haas, thank God, in the top 10. Aitken is a lap down for some reason. But 5-second penalties for quite a lot. Alonso with his teammate. Sonoda ignoring yellow flag. Same for Ricciardo and Ocon. So interesting there. I'm going to check chat now from that absolutely mad start. Yeah, absolute magic. And hi Nixie. Welcome to the stream. I've seen you here before. I remember you. And hi Pranjal as well. I also remember you from the Baku stream. So welcome everyone. Didn't get to the best of starts, but turn 1 it all turned around. Literally Leclerc turned around, so we went flying past everyone, and we're up into P3 from 20th. Oh, yeah, already saving that fuel, of course, even though we're in standard. It's just how much the cars have been upgraded. I think that we're kind of doing a last question mark here. I think that this could be featured in an hour of a video. I'm not gonna lie. If you see a black screen at the side, I apologise. That is notifications from PlayStation, if you do not know. But I'm guessing the safety car is going to be in this lap. Still no Williams in the points after all that chaos. Even Haas and Alfa Romeo have got at least a car, as we nearly go into the back of Russell there. Kind of a brake check, I'm not going to lie. But Haas and Alfa Romeo both got one car in the top 10, but Williams still not being able to do that after the crazy start. But then again, whenever it's gone good at the start of the race for Williams, it's never gone good at the end of the race for the results. So maybe this could be their race where they finally score points. I hope I haven't jinxed it, since I do like Williams. Oh, and they've gone for it, and we got us caught off guard. We've got damage from cutting the corner, so we are going to use a flashback there. Whoopsies. I should concentrate instead of waffling. And they go again. Still catch us off guard, but we haven't got the damage this time, and we're back to racing. See if we can make a move on Russell, or if Russell can make a move on Verstappen. If we go wide like that at the apex of turn 1 again, I don't think that we're going to be able to make any sort of move. But the gap's really the same from Verstappen to Russell, and then Russell to me. They are on the medium, so it's kind of embarrassing that they're pulling away from me, but we'll deal with it. Just got to get our bearings. Since we haven't done any soft tyre run this weekend, we've only done medium. But Verstappen's still pulling away from Russell. So maybe this is going to be another easy victory for Verstappen. Of course, he's the only repeat race winner this season as well. 3 times, I believe, he's won a race this season. We've won 1, Russell's won 1, and so has Bottas. And then Verstappen has filled in the gaps. But we are closing up to Russell. As he locks up, we put him under pressure into turn 3. So if we keep doing that, and maybe we could get him at the end of this straight here. We go to the outside line as he defends the inside. He goes really tight on the apex. We get the better run as we turn in a bit later, but he's got the engine power over us. We've got the inside line now, the tighter line, and we are through on Russell. And just to solidify that, we squeeze him out a little bit, but there's a spin, and that's Stroll. Stroll has gone round just as we make that move on Russell, but he's not caused any collision, which is lucky for him, as that would have been quite oh, it was Gasly actually. Gasly spun. So Austria whoa, that was very close to a crash. But yeah, all of the cars managing to avoid him, and Austria still brings us absolute chaos. But yeah, very close to a big crash. That could have been another safety car, As once one car would have piled into Gasly, then I'm sure that there would have been a massive pile-off and a lot of DNFs. Stroll and Sainz are battling behind. We can't really see them, but on the position ladder they are swapping around a little bit. Stroll's got back ahead of Sainz and kept that move. Schumacher and Giovinazzi are both in the top 10, and I believe that Norris is now in the top 10 as well in the Williams after Gasly's spin. So yeah, 3 cars that we're not used to seeing in the points are in the top 10 as we try and hunt down Verstappen, which is a near impossible task, as that Mercedes is very quick, as you can tell. But we are on the soft, so we should have the tyre advantage over him. Of course, not the straight line speed, which is what Austria is really all about. Let's be honest. We've also got to look behind us as DRS is enabled. So Russell could be attacking us any time soon. As Giovinazzi is going for the move on Schumacher, I saw on the track map. Not sure whether he's got that done, but we'll see. Oh, and Ricciardo's got through on both of them. So Norris is now outside the top 10. Schumacher's like 10th or something, and Giovinazzi's up to P9. I think. I'm not sure. We'll check soon. Oh, but yeah. No mayhem on that lap. But Ricciardo's in the top 10 now, so both of us Red Bulls doing quite well from the back of the grid, showing that we have got the pace. Just an unlucky Saturday in qualifying. I think that a few cars have pit actually. We get a new strategy option available. We'll see what that is.
Confirmed.
Also, we'll see. We'll see what the tyre wear is like on lap 15. Of course, we have gone a couple laps under safety car, so I can see why he's done that. Our engineer. But Russell is a lot closer to us this time round. We've lost a bit of time to Verstappen. That was a bit of a scruffy lap. So maybe Russell could go for the charge, and he definitely is going to go for the charge on us. It's going to be a late send though, maybe. No, he doesn't go for it. He waits patiently, but he does put us off our braking zone. But he's going to wait until this straight. Try and get us like we got him. But we get a better exit than him, and that helps us down the straight compared to him. And we're still ahead of him, so yeah, happy with that. We survive another lap in P2. But here we go again then. He's 3/10 within us now, so maybe up this next straight he will get us this time. As last lap it was about 4/10. This could be a race-long battle. And here he goes to the inside, sends it down the inside of us. But we've got the better line through that corner. He's got the tighter line at an already very tight corner. So we get the better exit once again. And we stay ahead and in P2 against George Russell. And that very fast McLaren. Not as quick as that Mercedes, of course. But yeah, it's starting to feel a lot like a little bit understeering. So we might consider pitting on lap 15 like originated, but it's only 26% on the front left, which I'm obviously it's a clockwise track, so they're mainly left-hand corners. Ricciardo and Hamilton are having a little bit of a battle. Of course, Ricciardo with that 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flags, but he is up into P5. When he comes in for his stop, he's got to serve that, as the game just makes you serve it anyway. There's no option to race with it until the end of, and leave it until the end of the race. Russell's a lot closer this time now, as Ricciardo's actually in, so hopefully he didn't get damage from that, as that's a pretty early stop, or he just may be putting himself on the 2 stop. As Russell's going for the move now into turn 3, goes up the inside again, he's got the title on and Sainz is out now, and the safety car is also out, so it says that there's debris on the track, so he's maybe had a crash when he's gone for the move on Stroll, so we'll have a look at that. Where is he? Where's Sainz? Okay, so he pit. Oh no, so I know what's happened here. That is what has happened. Into the final corner, and surprisingly that's our first retirement. Given all the chaos at turn 1 on lap 1, with that pile up, and with Gasly spinning on his own, and nearly crashing into cars, that is our first retirement. It's actually from Gasly's car as well. So Austria, it never fails for action, for us at least. We've got to watch out for a bit of debris, but we are going to pit this lap, as it's a free pit stop. We get to go onto the medium tyres. Verstappen and Russell have also came in off the mediums. They're probably going to go onto the hard tyres. Softs for Verstappen. We hold him up a little bit, so does Russell, so that could help us, as we're a lot closer to the Verstappen, but obviously it's a safety car, so we would have been close anyway to Max. But we are on the medium tyres. Norris now is in between me and Verstappen. It's very close, but Norris, I don't think he's pit yet. I think he started on those mediums, so he's decided to stay out and not pit like Verstappen and Russell did. But there, this is our second safety car and we're not even halfway through the race. I'll check chat now and see your guys' opinions. My teammate is Ricciardo, and I'll check where he is. He is 11th. There's a lot of people on different strategies. Jesus Christ. But yeah, these are the incidents. Gasly got a warning for that collision. We've had front wing changes from Bottas, Leclerc, Mazepin, Tsunoda. That's about it though. Sorry. But yeah, Verstappen and Russell both on the soft tyres. And we saw the gap that Verstappen was pulling on the mediums compared to us on the softs, so we usually do go a bit better on the mediums than what we do on the softs, so this could be an advantage for us. But Verstappen, he goes well on any tyre, to be honest, so he'll probably pull away from us anyway. just will feel a lot more comfortable on these mediums. But yeah, not a lot to say under the safety car. Of course, nothing's happening. I'll check chat since it's going a bit wild. The AI... Oh, the simulation... Is simulation. The damage. You would like to see a Red Bull 1-2. That actually happened at Baku in the last stream. So, if, you know, if you want to go and see that, then it was a good race. The AI is on 108. And it's fine. Keep asking away, I don't mind. Keeps me talking. Which sometimes isn't a good thing. But, yeah. This race has had it all. Of course, we started 20th. We did start 20th. Jack Aitken started, what was it, like 17th or 18th? Something like that anyway. But right from the start, it said, we nearly have the same issue as when Russell did that. It said that he was a lap down right from the start for some odd reason. And then we had the pile up at turn 1. Gasly spun, nearly caused a massive crash. It was very close. And of course Sainz causing this safety car by crashing into the back of Gasly while Gasly was entering the pit lane. So we get ready for the start again. We'll probably be able to get Norris, as he's in a much slower car, and he's on old mediums. But yeah, already gaining speed now over Norris. He's not going to defend it, which I'm surprised about, as usually the AI would. But we get through into turn 1. Russell's also looking to get past on those softs. He gets the good traction out of turn 1. But now, we've got to try and keep up with Verstappen as much as possible. If we keep making late braking moves like that, then it's not going to happen. Leclerc's also overtaking Norris now down the straight, but Norris is actually staying with him. Norris has got the engine speed over Leclerc in the Ferrari, and he's back up the inside and ahead. So on those old mediums and in a Williams, compared to the Ferrari on new mediums, Norris wins over that battle at the moment. But yeah, Verstappen's already pulling away by a lot. Russell's right behind us again. So we just got to try and keep Russell at bay. I think that that's our main aim in this race. Norris is in the pits, so whether that's damage related or actual pit stop, which I can't see the sense in that. A lap after the safety car has came in. There's an incident again on the track for loose debris. Not completely sure what that is about, as it's 3 wide behind between Hamilton, Bottas and Leclerc. We'll see who pits in. For that loose debris, but Hamilton has got past Leclerc, not ahead of his former teammate Bottas. Of course, the thing is though, we may be noticing that Verstappen's pulling away on those softs, and Russell's right behind us, but we haven't got to stop again. They both have. So we're really at the advantage here if we stay within the pit window of Verstappen. And it's Ricciardo who got the damage. Ricciardo is in the pits.
the pits.
So this weekend just keeps getting worse for our teammate. Not getting any better or any worse for us, really. It only got better on lap 1, I'd say. Oh, and we nearly spin twice, and Russell's through. So, silly mistake from me. Should have been more careful and not speaking in the traction zone. But now we've just got to stay with Russell. Hopefully, we're able to do that. But it's looking unlikely, as the grip from those soft tyres will last quite a few laps, as it's only a short lap around here at Austria. But we have got the DRS, which can hopefully help us maintain that gap. And of course we've got the ERS, which we can use now to maybe go for the move. Russell defends to the inside, we still go more to the inside and dive it down, and we're up into P2 once again, and we've got the DRS to pull back away from Russell down this straight, and he's losing a lot of time actually, and it's yellow flag. I'm not sure who that's for, and that is for Russell. Russell is out the race, so I noticed he was going a bit slower, but he's going to be out of the Austrian Grand Prix and the second retirement of this race. He pulls off into the gravel. Unfortunate for him there. Of course, he's in this championship battle between me, Verstappen, Bottas, and Tsunoda a little bit. And Ricciardo's also getting up there, but from after this race, I don't think he will be up there. A lot of cars having to pit though for new front wings. That pit lane entry is a bit dangerous, especially for the AI. They're not smart enough to avoid the car that's entering the pit lane on the inside. So they just end up crashing, and it's just a chain reaction from there, losing front wings. If we go onto the pit stops in Race Director, you'll see how many front wings. We've had 4 there and another 4 there. Giovinazzi, Leclerc, Ricciardo and all having to pit again for front wings. Hamilton's had a collision with Ricciardo, so he's the one who gave damage. Leclerc with Tsunoda, so they both got damage off one another. And Gasly with Ricciardo, so that's entering the pit lane, I'm assuming, for Ricciardo. But yeah, we get back into the race. I don't want to pause too much. But the chase, it is back on. I'm not saying that we're going to catch and be successful in this chase, but we've got to maintain that gap within the pit window. Try and stay with Verstappen so we can jump him. I don't know what tyres he's going to go on to. Medium or softs, depends how long these softs go to begin with. But yeah, since Russell's DNF, it's kind of been a bit quiet. Not a lot happening. As we improve on our lap time by over 1/10.5, which is good signs. We take a nice turn 1. That's the best I've probably ever done turn 1 at Austria. But Bottas is also catching behind slowly, but you'd expect him to have the same pace as Verstappen really, and be able to gain on us a bit more than what he is. but he is gaining. Whether he gains before his pit stop, we'll yet to see. So we nearly catch the curb too much. We nearly put ourselves into a spin. Verstappen now on the brink of getting 7 seconds ahead of us. Bottas is nearly only 3 seconds behind us. Zhou's actually overtaken his teammate. He's having a little battle with his teammate. They've got to be careful there, Hamilton and Zhou. Of course, both new to the Aston Martin team this season. Still going at it, the two Aston Martins, but Hamilton stays ahead of Guan Yu Zhou. Bottas is in the pits, so we should be expecting Verstappen in soon, as I don't think that Bottas has damage. Let's be honest, there's no walls that he can crash into without us knowing, really. So he goes on to the mediums. Something to note, Verstappen's still got pace on those softs, so he might stay out a little bit longer and try and get to those soft tyres again. But we'll find out soon. Whether it be this lap or in a couple of laps' time. As I think, yeah, Verstappen's in the pits, so he's also going on to the medium tyres. Now we've got to start pushing these medium tyres to the limit. Even though we've got to try and get to the end, which we should be able to do. I mean, we've done a one stop at Baku, so shouldn't be too bad. And there's Ocon in P17 about to be lapped. So still not going Ocon's way in that Williams. We're going to try and get the DRS so we can gain away as much as possible. But it kind of backfires on us. Ocon holds us up massively mid-corner, but Norris is up into P5. I think he's still yet to pit though. Yeah, we get past Ocon. Of course, he's a lap car and he nearly sends it back down our inside there. I'm not sure what he's doing. But we've got a 10-second buffer to Max Verstappen in that quick Mercedes, and we've got nearly 12 laps to go. So, I mean, it's more than possible for him to catch up. Whether it's possible for him to overtake, I guess we'll just make that as difficult as possible for him. But he's already 9.6 behind, 9.5. Of course, if Ocon is going to be as stubborn with Verstappen as he was with me, then, you know, Verstappen may not have a chance of overtaking us at all. We've just got to try and keep our cool now until the end of this race. Anything could happen still, as we've seen so far. This whole weekend, really, we've seen it. Ricciardo crashing out in Q1. Then that pile up at turn 1. Aitken being a lap down before the race start. Gasly spinning out right at this very corner, nearly causing a pile-up. Sainz at this very corner crashing into Gasly and having his front right tyre sheared off and out of the race, which was our first retirement. And then of course Russell being our second retirement with an engine failure. Yeah, I think that Verstappen's going to catch us very rapidly. Hamilton's into the pits. and so is Norris. Could Williams perfect their strategy? They seem to have done it so far, with Norris being up in 5th, but not with Ocon down in P17 and just being lapped by us, actually. But could they get it right with Norris and finally get those points that they've been wanting? I think that there's another yellow flag behind us. I don't know who that's for, but it looks like it's for Verstappen. He spun off. Verstappen spun off. So this is amazing news for us, as he completely loses the back end and he's in the gravel. So this is what I'm talking about. Anything could happen. He goes nearly into the barrier, actually. Could give himself front wing damage there if he wasn't careful. But this is amazing news for us, and we've basically cemented our win. And Bottas is now ahead of Verstappen. Will anyone else get ahead of Verstappen, like Stroll? I don't think so. I think that Verstappen's back on track now. But what a mad race this is at Austria. It's probably one of the easiest tracks on the calendar, and all of the AI are even failing to do it right. But now I think we can stop taking life out of these tyres. And if Ocon wants to go for it, then he can. He's got the DRS. Is he going to go for it? Nope, he's not. He's going to stay behind. You can see the gravel tracks from Verstappen's tyres. Yeah, a 17.7 gap to Bottas behind. Plus Bottas hasn't really got as much pace as his teammate. So I think we can take it easy on the tyres, on the engine as well. Try and save as much of that as possible. Especially with the ERS, we don't want to overuse that, as that wears out components as well. Ocon's going to go for it, we'll just let him. As long as he goes quicker, he's got the DRS, we're not going to fight anything. We kind of don't want a Verstappen-Ocon situation from Brazil in 2018. Yeah, Ocon is on those fresher tyres, so we're just going to let him go for it. As long as he doesn't hold us off, then I don't mind. As he gets the blue flags again, so he didn't pull away enough, obviously, and he's back behind us.
Be aware, we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
I'm going to try and push for a fastest lap, actually. I have the ERS levels to do so, but maybe not the right tyre age. Probably too old. And we'll probably need a bit of DRS usage to get that fastest lap, if we do want it. Ooh, nearly losing the back end there. But yeah, 7 laps to go. Not a lot is happening at the moment. Of course, you all know why I'm saying at the moment.
We're leading our team
And how this race has gone so far.
2 seconds.
It's also catching up to the lap car of Mazepin, I'm hoping. Yes, it's Mazepin. Please move. We've run out of deployment for the ERS, but we have got the DRS, which could help us get that fastest lap if Mazepin moves out the way. We use a slipstream as well. I should probably check if it's a realistic target to get the fastest lap. No, it's not. A 1 minute 1.9, are you serious? I barely done that in qualifying on the mediums. She went 3 tenths quicker than that. But we're lapping the 1 minute 3s. As Ocon's looking to go for a move on Mazepin, we could see a bit of backmarker action here as he gets through in the second to last corner. A nice move from Ocon. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be trying for the fastest lap. We're just going to do our original plan instead of all these Ferrari plans, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, whatever. And just look after the tyres, bring it home, look after the engine. Because we could gain a lot of points in the championship once again over our rivals when they're having a bad race. Of course, you got Verstappen in third. It's not really a bad race, but it's bad compared to the ones he's had this season. He's basically been finishing 1 and 2, except for like one race at Imola. Tsunoda, of course, in P5. Russell DNFing. Ricciardo, I don't know where he is actually. I haven't seen him on the track map or anything in a while. But I'm surprised we've still got 18 cars left in actually. Of course, I have talked you through all the mayhem from this whole stream, starting from qualifying. It's just been absolute madness, and we're still here with 18 cars, and only one of them is a crash DNF. So yeah. Ooh, we've got underbody damage. It's only a little bit, I can't even see it on the damage screen. But 3 laps to go. Race is nearly over. But this is the, from Baku really, this is where the season starts to get crazy, I'd say, as it does every season. Austria is the first crazy race, and yeah, you just can't get any more crazier than Austria. Every season it's happened. Season 1 and Season 2, and now Season 3. Britain, I should imagine that's also going to be a crazy one in terms of overtaking, I'd say, rather than crashes. But there could be a few odd crashes as well that happen at Britain. Hungary, I think we've got as well.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
That could also be It depends what the weather is, to be honest. Belgium, yeah, Belgium is Belgium. It's sometimes crazy, sometimes not. Monza's probably going to be like Austria. It's going to be spinny, crashy galore, overtaking as well. And yeah, I don't know what's after that. Probably Singapore. That will also be a mad one, I'd say. But we aren't going to do any more races after this one in this stream.
This is your final lap.
As we go on to the final lap now. So, I'm going to talk you through the race. If you haven't been here from the start. So we started off in qualifying. It was fully wet. Ricciardo crashed. He didn't get to set a lap. So he was starting P20. We got through into Q2 after going on to the intermediates. And then in Q2 we decided to take the risk to start on the mediums at the final part of qualifying, which wasn't a very smart thing for me to do or to decide. So we got knocked out and got P14 in Q2. We took engine penalties that put us P20, but at the start of the race it said we were P19 because it already had put Jack Aitken a lap down. Lap 1, turn 1, there was a pile up and we managed to get up into P4. Russell DNF'd, Gasly spun, Sainz also DNF'd as well with a crash, safety car, but we've come through now and we've won our second race in a row, and of course the second win this season. We're the only other repeat winner than Verstappen, so a very good achievement, of course. Check comments. Right. Any tips for driving without traction? I'm just starting to try it after being on medium traction for a few months. Right. To be honest, you just need to be patient with yourself, mainly. I'm on controller, so it's a bit easier for me to control the trigger with the throttle and stuff. But yeah, you've just got to be patient with yourself. Low speed corners, high speed corners as well. If you feel like your back end's going, then just lift off. You have to lift off is the main thing. If you don't feel comfortable, lift off. Try and get used to that all the time. You'll make a few mistakes, which is why I'm saying you need to be patient with yourself. Of course, it doesn't come naturally. It took me a few months to get used to this, to be honest. But it's happened, and I'm used to it. So, and that's your top 10 then, from Austria. Williams finally scored points with Lando Norris. Ricciardo got up to 6th place. So good points for the team still, but we haven't outscored Mercedes, I don't think. Ferrari scored 0 points. Alpine are both 9th and 10th. So both cars in the points for them. Stroll in the AlphaTauri in P4. He's done an amazing job. I haven't really noticed that. But yeah. We have gained up to 5 points in the championship to Verstappen. Bottas has overtook Russell by 3 points. Tsunoda's overtook Ricciardo by 1 point. So it's basically an all 3-team battle, Mercedes, Red Bull and McLaren, for this title. But yeah, those are that's your championships then. The constructors with 39 points behind Mercedes. AlphaTauri have moved 1 point ahead of Ferrari, and of course Williams getting points on the board with Norris, which I'm happy about for them. Staying in P8, of course. They still need to score a few more to try and elevate themselves, but I'm sure they'll continue their streak of point scoring into the next race weekend at Silverstone for their home race. But we outperform our rival, in the race at least. We didn't in qualifying, of course. But we're actually going into the mid-season. I think. I don't know if we're actually doing the contract renewal. No, it'll be after Britain. The contract renewal. Whether we stay at Red Bull or move to a different team, which I have done. I'll go on to my statistics, if I can find it. Driver details. As you can see there, we've joined 5 teams and season 3. So at every mid-season and end of the season I've changed teams just to try and get the driver market going a little bit. I am enjoying the Red Bull seat, I've got to admit. So I don't know whether we're going to be staying there. We'll see after Britain, when I can think about it. There's our season results. We've consistently finished top 5. We're basically Russell but in a Red Bull. But yeah, we're going to see what R&D we can get before Silverstone. It's telling us to go for reliability. I might regret not doing that. We really need the chassis, I'd say, if we have enough resource points. Oh, we've literally 1 resource point poorer than what that needs. We can't get any chassis upgrade. Aero we can probably go for, but I mean, look how far ahead we are of Mercedes, and we won't even get that until Hungary, which could be a good thing actually if you think about it. So you know what, we're gonna go for reliability, since look at that. But the thing is, Red Bull, AlphaTauri and Alpine have had no mechanical faults this whole season, and Red Bull and Alpine are both second last and third last in the durability R&D graph, and AlphaTauri are up in third. So I really don't understand that. Mercedes and Aston Martin, they've had the most mechanical faults, well, mainly Aston Martin to be honest. So yeah, that really means nothing to be honest. I'd say it's just the amount of wear that we're getting on our engine. We'll advance to Britain, see if we get our upgrade through. We do. We get resource points for it, we won't be able to buy anything. And this is the time now that I am going to end the stream. Thank you for joining once again. It's been great. The amount of support that we grow throughout the stream is just amazing, and yeah, I hope that you can join me for Britain, which will probably be tomorrow. I'm not sure though. If not tomorrow, then Thursday. But keep checking back on the channel just in case. Make sure you subscribe and put notifications on, so then you don't miss a thing if you're not checking the channel regularly. But yeah, until the next time anyway, thank you for joining, and I'll see you for Britain